This podcast is free. Sit back and relax. This podcast is free. I ain't paying for that. This podcast is free. It's Derek and Steven picking topics out of a hat. I ain't paying for that. And now your hosts, Derek and Steven.
And we're live.
Are we live?
We are live.
All right, sweet. We're live. Hey, welcome, Internet.
Everything is running
It's
normally.
running as it's supposed to do.
Now, if we can just be lucky and the internet
It
does not
stays, yeah.
crash this week, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah. We'll see what
To
happens.
limit the, I turned my
knows?
phone off of Wi-Fi. She's pulling on over there, but you're not. So, well, you're not really tugging.
Well, I'm on there, but I've got
the
to
Sparklight sucks, ladies and gentlemen. Don't if you
Mm.
have Sparklight or an affiliated
That's tough.
company in your area, do not purchase internet from them. They're terrible.
Are you going to change Internet?
I don't know. It's such a damn hassle.
Is it, though?
It is.
Just got to give them a credit card and then come. Well, you got to get the new one installed, then discontinue the old one.
Yeah. So there's always
yeah, that
like
kinda
it's
sucks.
aggravating,
But
but
I get it. Totally get it.
Also, if I don't know, I'm not gonna say anything. I'll just jinx the whole thing. So yeah, new
Yeah,
week.
all
We're gonna be good. It's not gonna be a problem.
Yeah, I'm really happy that last week's over with. It was a very long week.
I knew it was. I had two tough weeks going into the vacation. I just knew it. So I was like, I just
when's
mentally
the
prepared.
vacation?
The 25th. So we're
Of this month.
we're,
Oh.
we're 12 days or
I'm
whatever.
going to have to do this
out.
by myself.
We'll have to bank one next week.
Oh, okay.
And we can bank one tonight if we get hairy enough and we're
sure.
we're rolling. But I knew I had busy weeks coming up, and then the weather didn't help. And then I thought about y'all when I left to go to Tunica this weekend, and it was just shitting on the whole coast. I was like, oh
yeah.
there. So I'll save it. I'll save it
Yeah.
for that. So yeah. But I knew it. I knew it was going to be like a busy couple of weeks leading up to that last week for vacation.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. At least you got vacation to look forward to. That's always
Yeah,
a nice
I'm
thing.
hoping that the weather holds, like, because they've actually been getting dipping temperatures down there.
Yeah.
Because
and
it's
next
been so
week it's
cold.
like in the 20s here.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that
Just
like
cold for where
that
we're
all
at.
kind of blows out and gets done right before we go.
What do you want? Short weather?
No, I want pants and t-shirts, but what I'm saying, like just
Jeans.
cool jeans and t-shirts like
Gotcha.
that. If I can wear what I'm wearing right now,
Yeah.
I would be completely happy. The warmer the better because
Right, she's
but
cold.
she's set up. She's got rechargeable robot hand warmers that you put in your pockets.
Are they like the little cuppy looking
Yeah,
things? I saw those.
no
this
cracking and
past
having to
week.
buy shit. You just recharge them.
Yeah.
I got her those for Christmas. So she's got that for her waiting
Uh-huh.
period. My dad asked. He said, "Well, what do you think we should get her for Christmas?" I was like, "Go and get her either a jacket or I actually said get her the vest that has the battery pack in it that's heated."
You know they make a jacket for that? I
Matt
found
has
out
one.
this
Matt
past
has,
week.
Matt has one.
Really?
It's awesome. It's like $110,
That's not
but
bad.
I put it on.
How long does it last though?
It's it's enough.
Oh, okay.
Not 24 hours. But,
No, but 8 hours or,
a gig,
4 hours or
we've done Glory.
Yeah, because I'm sure you turn it on, it heats up, you turn it off.
Because we were playing Glory Brown and it was really cold, and he's like, "Check it out," and it had the, he was making like Star Wars references because it has a light up thing, and I was like, "Give me that thing," and he put it on high, and I put it on, and I didn't keep it on very long, but I could have told you like, oh, I would have had to have turned it down or turned it off.
Yeah.
So she's got that. She got the hand warmers. She's got the vest. Her cousin-in-law that we're going with gave her a scarf that has a little battery pouch in it.
No.
Yes.
See, I wouldn't need that for a scarf because a scarf like heats me up immediately.
Well, she's like
Yeah, I know,
like
I know.
above average cold. So it's like anything we can wrap and plug into a
Yeah.
battery.
Yeah.
I didn't know. She found it out post Christmas. I didn't know there were socks
Not
that do
battery
that.
operated. Oh, good
Yeah.
gracious.
So everything
You're
can
like
have a
one
battery
big
pack now.
giant walking battery.
One big explosion waiting down.
I know, right? That's what I worry about. I'm like, what happens if that shit catches on fire? And I mean, it's on you. You got to unzip it. And you got to take it off.
Well,
and-
that's easy. Unzip and take it
Oh,
off, or
no.
you take it off. But like the socks, I was
know.
thinking like, well, no, then that's different. Like, what if you got boots on, and you gotta like.
Oh yeah. No, I wouldn't do the socks. No way.
But yeah, she's set up. So, but the warmer the weather,
Hand warmers,
better.
yeah. Jacket, yeah. So a guy I worked with this past weekend had one of those, and I was like, "What?
it's dope.
It's the first time I've seen it."
It's
And
dope.
all I thought of was the Back to the Future. Was your jacket is now dry.
Yep.
With the thing
And now that you've seen it, and since I've seen it for the first time, I've watched the Amazon price go from $149.99 to $110. Now you're looking at
So what is it called? I gotta
just
look
look
this
up heated
Yeah, I
men's jacket. It'll
got- really.
it
Heated
will
men's-
flood your.
Let's see, heated.
Now how do I get the picture in picture?
men's
Yeah, it will flood
jacket.
your.
well, there's a vest. It's fine.
Yeah, see, there you go. Like
I
now
mean,
you'll get a billion
100.
results for that.
Let's do jacket. Jacket with battery. My fat fingers could get it. There we go. $99. Look at that.
See? Yeah, so now you're looking 99. So the price, because now they're
I
getting
think
popular.
that's the one he had was a.
Well, now look, you got to pay
Aurora.
attention though. You got to see how many zones it has. Like see that
arms,
that 149,
yeah.
it just has the one zone. You don't want that. You want multiple.
Oh yeah.
You want
Look at that. crap.
yeah. And hers has
Are
that.
you-
hers
are you
has
kidding?
the
Look at
different
this
zone.
one for 149. It's got.
Yep.
What?
It's crazy.
What? Look,
All-
is that in the hood too?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, because that was what we were talking about that the other night. Somebody came up to Matt talking about his jacket, and they're like, "Hey, you know, they make one now with the hood heated." He's like, "No." So yeah, you could.
It's right freaking there.
Yep, it's cool. It's very
This
cool.
is the ladies and gentlemen. We don't have a what do they call that sponsor link or whatever. You could give us some commission. A 12,000 milliamp hour battery.
So
pack.
if
Windproof, waterproof, men's heated coat, skiing, hunting, whatever you want to do with that.
if
That
and
is-
when we ever do get any viewers, we can apply through Amazon for the affiliate service,
oh well,
and we can put our little store up,
all
and you
sorts of
could
cool
do
stuff.
that.
Oh, you can go back to that.
Oh yeah,
It just hey, that's a good fail-safe screen to go to.
yeah.
I didn't realize that. Just
But
kinda
yeah,
freezes
so
on
she's set up. But the warmer the weather is naturally,
Yeah.
just the better. So I'm just hoping that it's
Well, at least you know in advance. You have a good outlook.
it's
before
fine.
You, go.
You know, and we're gonna have a good. Like I said,
You know, if you had your farmer's almanac, you could probably guesstimate
Yeah.
what it was.
my dad left me. My
Just,
dad
I
left
just
me.
wanted a book.
My dad left me all alone.
Yeah, it's all right.
But no, so we got that, and that, like I said, it's just it was busy this past weekend. I'm here this weekend, but I've got a double on Sunday,
Oh,
and then I'm home free. Like the week.
oh, so
out.
Sunday. What's the double on Sunday? The
Um,
normal gig, right?
There is some guy named Jean Marc from Bay St. Louis.
like my
I wish I had a
my,
mute button so I could say the word I want to use.
my fill-in thermos.
What happened to your?
I left it at the shipyard.
Oh,
And I left it one night and then it was gone. So I was like, somebody
Oh,
yanked it.
that sucks.
I already ordered another one.
I'm about to say Christmas is coming, man. It's all right. But yeah, this guy named Jean Marc from Bay St. Louis, who actually got flown out to. Matt stopped.
What'd she say? I don't know what she said. Your connection says good. I see a green light over there.
I don't know. Rachel, when you hear this on the playback, please yell that again, so we know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, because I didn't hear what she said.
Something stopped.
What? I don't know. Anyway,
Never mind. Never mind, everybody.
continue on.
So yeah, this guy named Jean Marc from Basic. If
I wish everyone could hear the
if I
voice
have to
from
get
the
off
other.
this couch. This guy named Jean Marc.
Woman, I tell you what, I have to get up on this couch. It ain't gonna be pretty.
Never. Jean Marc, Bay St. Louis. This guy was actually flown out to L.A. to do America's Got Talent.
What's left of LA?
Well, you know. What I mean.
sorry.
So
that too soon?
really
Probably
good
too
singer, really good singer, and which is an odd story in and of itself. Like the amount of money that they spent on Jean Marc.
What is it? America's Got Talent. And which one is that? Was that
It
one
does
with
it-
the stars and they
I have
push the buzzer or
no
something?
fucking care.
Okay, sounds good. I
But
like that.
He told me about it when he got back, and and it basically at the end of the story, it's like there's probably at least 100 kids, we'll call them, that they spend about $15,000 on a piece to get them out there and do all the stuff, the vocal training, knowing full well that it's wasted money, that they'll never make it to the cut. They'll never make it to the cut.
They actually spent money on him?
They flew him out there.
Yeah.
He was out there for, I forget.
Oh, yeah, put him up in a hotel.
Yeah, put him in a hotel, and it wasn't a week. It was longer than that. Vocal training, like all kinds of like workshops where they
make it really feel like you're getting the
flew his family out there
for like the audition or something.
Whatever, I don't know specifically for what part, but they flew them out there, and then at the end of all that, they're like, it was a great job, but we're not going to use you, and it's like, and how many other ones are they doing that to?
Oh, yeah.
And how big does that bill rack up? And they know full well, like, oh, yeah, no,
that shows
this
you
$180,000 never make it to camera.
That shows you how much money they make that they're willing to spend for viewership and all that crap. Well, Sarah did that. The Voice. She was on the first season of The Voice.
Oh, okay.
And that was interesting when she got back, just to hear, like, I'm pretty sure they all have to sign some type of
NDA for sure.
NDA or something like that. Yeah,
he
like you can't talk about it
until it aired.
I mean, I don't even know if she can still talk about it, but just what she shared with us, over certain
he couldn't
times,
talk about
it
anything
was just
until it
like,
aired.
I'm just like
it's fake. It's obviously.
I mean, yeah, it's not fake, but it's fake.
It's fake.
Yeah.
I mean, they're singing.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But
it's not fake.
It's Hollywood.
It's produced.
There's a makeup
makeup
tech, hair tech, vocal coach, appearance coach, dress coach,
right.
A general.
There's no surprises.
Yeah, no.
Everybody knows what's going to happen,
of,
what's going to happen.
PAs running at you, telling you, hey, when you go out there, don't do this.
And I think she was most disappointed at whoever the star is that comes and helps you out. Like, literally, they walk in for the scene, they do their lines, and they're right back out the door.
Yeah.
And she was kind of like, oh, she was like, oh, that's it. Like, oh yeah, let me hear you sing this. Oh yeah, that's great. Great job. Boom, they're gone. Like, fuck you. I don't care about you. I did my part for this TV show, and I was kind of like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's Hollywood.
You know?
It's Hollywood. But so he was on that, and he did that. And he's a good singer, but he's got us filling in with him. He wants to have a band back him up, and we're playing at Dan B's over there in the Bay.
In the Bay.
It's where all those Hancock County guys play. It'll be fun. Give me some cash.
Yeah.
More cash to take to.
What time is that? Afternoon?
Yeah.
Oh, because you get afternoon load up, then go
6.
to the juke.
2 to 6.
Oh, you get a break though, huh? Because the juke's not till what, 10?
Well, I leave at like 9:30.
Oh wow.
So, but I'll get a chance to come home,
relax for a minute,
sit for maybe an hour, and then I'll have to go back
that's
out.
Nice.
But then then
take a nap.
Then the next week is vacation. So it's like whatever. I mean, let's just gas it until we go.
Yeah,
I'm fine. Pretty soon I'll be, sleeping. My schedule will never be better because it'll be like so regimented.
Right.
Because you're so tired.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, you will be sleeping from 10:30 at night till whatever we get up every morning.
Right.
Hard. Like
yeah. Yeah. My sleeping schedule got destroyed this past week. So
why?
Yeah, well, Tuesday I had the New Orleans thing, so I'm up at 4 o'clock. I'll leave the house at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then what do we do? Go to New Orleans, and then left New Orleans 1 o'clock. Drove 1:30, maybe that's what it was. Drove straight to the Bay, because there's a photo shoot in the Bay at what ended up being 3 o'clock, and I got done with that about 4:30, and then so that was easy. Been up for 12 hours, just out on the roads, and then headed home, and then I forgot what Wednesday was. I can't remember what the heck Wednesday we did. I don't know. I worked at something on Wednesday. I think I got caught up on a lot of stuff and got a lot of stuff out, and then got ready for Thursday, which was at the shipyard.
So tell me all about the christening, because
have you ever been to one or anything like that? So it's
I know it's a big fucking deal.
Yeah, and they got the sponsors, which are usually some ladies. And they get the champagne bottle that's all like wrapped up all pretty, and they bash it on the ship.
Yeah.
And, I christen thee, blah, 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 in the name of the United States, whatever they say. It's really kind of a cool thing. It's basically everybody shows up, Which the coolest part is they bust some guys, people in from the retired, military home
Yeah.
or whatever. So you get all these older folks
Yeah.
and walkers, and
A
some
big
of
old
them,
line of vets.
yeah,
and
yeah, some of them will dress up. and,
Yeah,
like,
no, that's cool.
It was really kind of like that to me. It makes you feel like a patriot. Like,
Yeah.
man, that dude.
It's real. It
Yeah.
becomes very
right.
real.
Yeah, it's not a fake thing. It's a
Yeah.
real thing, and that's really always kind of warms my heart to see them come in because everybody they're like, oh, let's welcome the
Yeah.
retired one, and everybody's like, oh, woo, thank you.
Yeah.
It's really kind of cool. But then they show up, and there's a bunch of people, dignitaries, whoever, and then there's a bunch of the high echelon military people. They all announce them out to the stage, and like 5 people get up and
Yeah.
have their little speech about how great it is. and
The
we-
quality of the U.S. Navy and our partners here
Yeah.
in the local states is always going to be a driving force for the economic backbone of this country. And I say freedom, I mean freedom.
It's pretty good. That's pretty.
I could be an
darn
admiral.
good. Yeah, I think it could.
I could be an admiral.
So do that, and then they walk out the thing, and they crack the bottle, and that's pretty much it. Had a little military.
Did they slide it into the water, or is that not?
No. These are way too big for that.
Oh, okay.
But there's some shipyards up north do that, and that's pretty cool.
Like the big, what is that called? Newport News? Is that what that is?
no,
like
they do. So Newport News is over in Virginia. They do aircraft carriers and submarines only. That's all they do.
Okay. Who
Which
does like the
the
destroyers
partner,
and shit?
the brother or sister shipyard is Ingalls in Pascagoula, and they do 4 different ships. I think maybe only 3 now. I don't know if they're still doing Coast Guard, but that may be out. So there was Coast Guard and 3 Navy ships, a destroyer. One's called an LPD, and the other one's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
LHA. LHA is a smaller aircraft carrier for the F-35.
Or where do
which
they
is pretty
build
cool.
battleships and stuff like that? Or
Well, that's would be in
cruisers?
Ingalls. It's destroyers.
Oh, okay.
They do that at Ingalls, and then who's the other? I can't remember. It's up north in Maine.
Start with an H.
I don't remember.
Halyard or
No, I can't remember the one up north. But there's a couple of them up north, and because they have different boats, and
Yeah.
some of them are all aluminum boats, some are all steel, and they
Yeah.
depend
It's
on
cool.
the size
I
of what
w-
they do. Yeah,
I
no,
actually-
it's super cool.
I was kind of hoping that my part of the story would have not gone well because I wanted to go just to see.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
experience and do the whole
Would have
thing.
been
Yeah.
cool, But like,
Well, it was cool. Here, I'll pull this up. Here's my photo for you. This was the AV tent. So you're looking from the back of the tent forward, and then the white curtain pulls, and then you would see the audience, and then the
Yeah.
stage that's all
Yeah.
50 yards away from you. And on the right side, on the other side of this tent, and we covered everything because it dumped.
I was about to say,
rain.
'cause I know
I don't know
when-
if you can see the water that's pulling
when
right
I left
through the
on
electrical
Friday,
cables.
it was dumping. So I thought about y'all, and I was like, "Oh, what
It
does that mean?"
sucks so
Does
bad.
well, I kept thinking like, does that cancel the?
No, hell no. But
We-
it just makes the AV
Yeah,
difficult because you got to wait till it stops raining and set everything up.
yeah,
And he had all the stuff to put cables in and keep
Yeah.
them waterproof and all that kind of thing. But right next to the right side of this daggum tent over on this right side over here. So because it was cold, they rent these ginormous
propane
heaters.
heaters,
Yeah, so the heaters that just blow hot air
they're
into
jet
the
engines.
tent.
They're little
Yeah.
jet.
So right
canisters.
next to where I'm supposed to listen to everything is, and I'm like, and it's deafening. Like I can't hear
Yeah,
anything. Like I cranked up the master fader, and I had some some yacht rock jamming, and I was just like, I couldn't. I was like, I hear like a, tss, 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 and I was like, that was it. And
wow.
I was like, thank God I have a router and an iPad I can hook up to the board, and I could.
Jeez.
Otherwise, it was like. It would have been just shooting in the dark. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known. Are they talking?
Yeah,
Can you hear
need
it coming out of the
any
speakers?
cues for anything.
And then there's different zones because the tent's so big.
Yeah,
It originally was like 2,000 people, but it got dumbed down to 500, and because of the weather and everything.
So wait, so what were y'all using for audio? Like, what were y'all using? How many speakers did y'all use?
Well, we have the 2 front main speakers, and then there's a VIP tent which gets a speaker and a television, and then there's 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and down the long portion of the tent was 2, 4, 6, 8, like 10 speakers down that way. One in the
I
back,
didn't know
one
he
in the
had
front.
that many speakers.
Yeah. Well, I think we used every one he had.
Powered 15s.
Yeah, usually, yeah. Which kind of gets a pain because I don't really like powered speakers because they, you got to adjust all the volumes the same. So
True.
when I feed the signal to them, they all output evenly, which doesn't always happen with powered speakers, and that can be very aggravating when, you know. I mean, you could just dime them all out, but they still may. Oh, this one's pumping out a little harder than this one, or
Yeah,
this is the older model, and
Yeah.
they've all got different. Well, there's an input gain, and then there's the master output gain. and
True,
I'm just
true,
like,
true.
oh,
You're
my
right.
gracious.
Yeah, and at the very least, you have to have all the same one.
Right, and see some older models are just old fashioned knob.
True.
And then the newer models, they get a little LCD panel on it, and it's like I would get
touch wheel.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, shoot
Yeah,
me.
no, you're right.
Shoot
you're right.
me.
But yeah, y'all
So
have
it
my
gets
thoughts and
difficult.
prayers when I left because I was like, oh shit.
So we got there like on Friday at like 8 o'clock. I think we were there.
And what time was it supposed to be?
Well, it was Friday was just like setup day.
Oh, it was Saturday was the actual.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Friday was like a rain dump day, and it lightened up around 3 o'clock. So we actually we were there from 8 to 3.
Waiting basically.
Pretty much. I think we took a break and we went and got something to eat, and then came back, and then we.
Who was it? You, Rock.
Yeah, Corey, a new guy named Eduardo, and then his 2 nephews, Taylor and Caden.
Okay.
So it was, and that was kind of nice because Loadout was like, "Yeah, I'm not picking up homeless. I'll let you all you young guys do all that."
Yeah.
They were giving me crap about it. I'm like, "Bro, I'm old. I might tweak something." And
That's
be
funny.
bad.
But at least you got it. You know.
Yeah.
It went through. What was the weather like on Saturday?
So Saturday, I thought it looked like it was going to rain, but it didn't. It was nice.
Okay.
I mean, it was cloudy and overcasty, but then the sun kind of broke towards the end
All
of the
right.
thing. And we were there early to set up and check everything because we were there late Friday. But then you're in a tent and there's no lights.
True.
And it's like we could have brought some work lights, which I think is probably smart to have on the truck next time.
Yeah.
That way we can just plug
At
them
least
in.
for those big angles things, because you never know
Yeah.
when you'll need anything. You
Right.
know. And it's so vast out there that you got to.
It was it was a mess, man.
But hey, it
yeah, everything went off fine. There was no glitches, which is I think this is the first time I really didn't have any major glitches.
well, that's good.
Everything worked smoothly. It was nice. Could hear everything, which is like I never get the time to run the audio like I want to, like
Yeah.
to really like test everything out. Because lo and behold, it doesn't matter when you got 5 different people speaking.
Yeah.
Everybody's voice just puts out a different frequency.
That's
and
why
it's
we
like,
we had so much trouble at that Hancock Bank thing because we did have time to play with the audio and we played with it. And me and what's his name, the other guy,
Taylor.
No,
Oh, Rob. Yeah.
played and Rock left and we said I looked at him I was like, you just want to run the board again? So we zeroed everything out and ran the board again.
Yeah.
Just did it again just to do it.
Yeah.
And then again, the day we get to the actual thing. You've got the CFO who is great at his questions, and then you've got the representative from the Southeast District, and she's just like, well, and I'm going like speak. And she's I'm sorry. In Q4 we were one, and it was like, and then but everything like you said was already kind of
Right.
set, not punch and top, but close. And if you started moving anything, you get. It was
Right, yeah.
God, it's never.
I know.
It's like you need every person there to literally do a mic check.
Right. And that sucks. So. Oh, I think
But yeah, so I'm glad it went well, and I was like I said, I had contacted you about possibly doing that, and she mentioned it. She was like, "You ought to call Derek," because I got scared with the snowpocalypse coming.
Oh, that's right. So you had snow this weekend.
Yeah, well, so
I'm drowning and you're getting snow.
Yeah,
flurries.
really. And I got scared. I was like, they're going to cancel that gig because they did send us a text. They were like,
Yeah.
look, we're expecting snow midday Friday. That's when we roll in for sound check, and we're not prepared for this. I didn't even know how to drive
Yeah.
in the snow. To tell you how stupid I am as far as snow is concerned, later in the story when we're in Memphis, I'm walking around the city going, man, like this place is bad. Which yes, Memphis is bad, but I was
bad as in what regard?
dangerous. Like
Oh, really?
it's Memphis is horrible, and so but I kept walking around. And I kept seeing like safety glass when it breaks into little
Yeah.
square.
Mhm.
It was everywhere, and I was like, good Lord. I was thinking like RoboCop. I was like, is the crime in the city that bad that we need a hero to save us? And then somebody looked at me like, that's fucking salt. And I was like, oh, because I'd never seen it. I've never seen
Oh,
road
wow.
salt. It's
Yeah, me
blue
either.
and cubed. Like it looks like safety glass
Oh,
when it
huh,
breaks.
huh.
And I was
Who
just
knew?
totally ignorant. We
I would
don't.
have
We
been
have no
ignorant with that.
business driving if the road's ice, like really ice,
Yeah.
you know what happens when
Oh,
it
yeah.
happens here.
Yeah.
You know, everybody just doesn't go anywhere.
Right.
So I got scared, and it ended up being not fine, but makeable. She even was like, I mean, I'm not really comfortable with you going, but it's not
Right.
like literal snowpocalypse yet.
Yeah.
So I was like, so we went, and me and Nick, Steve Mills and his brother
Yeah.
in one car, Matt, Elena, and Amber came because they've never seen snow. So Amber came too.
She's never seen snow. It
No.
snowed here before.
When?
I mean, 2017.
that was ice. That wasn't
No, it was snow.
snow.
I was up. Oh, maybe down here. Well, no, there was some down here, but I remember I was at Perk. It snowed. I have
I
a
don't
picture
remember.
that I gave to my
snow.
mother.
I
It's
remember
the
ice.
chapel at Perk, and it's all covered in snow.
No, I remember ice. I don't remember any snow. The only ice snow I remember was the one in the 90s.
Oh yeah, I remember that
The
one
real
too.
one.
Yeah, no, that was a lot.
Which
well, it was like
is
an
weird to
inch.
think of now, because like if it's got to be that cold and that bad of a storm to get Tunica snow, how bad does it have to be to get us snow?
Yeah, I know it's gonna be damn cold.
So we go up there, and then now on your photos, swipe. Nope. 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 The next one in the car. Oh,
I
thought-
only
or-
have 4. I thought you put some on yours.
Oh, maybe I have it.
Yeah, I think you have. We're
so-
figuring it out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I know. So, no, I guess I just didn't send
We're-
it.
Should
It's
just,
fine.
I should just refrain from ladies and gentlemen. Just be like, we're figuring it out, Rachel.
Yeah.
We're-
Rachel, we'll get this going. So we go up there, and it's fine. The roads are fine, but it does start snowing literally about an hour past Jackson. So I'm like, this is cool. I've never,
Yeah.
I've never like seen it actively in my face snowing. I was like,
Oh,
this
wow.
is neat. And now you can go to the parking lot
All
video.
right, well, you got to switch it over.
Oh, I'm on the wrong program.
Parking lot video.
Yeah. So this is us pulling into the casino area, actively snowing, and you can see like,
Oh, yeah.
it's packed down, and it stayed cold enough where I woke up the next morning,
It
and
was
when we
all still
left,
there.
that shit was all still there. So it's just, and obviously, for most people this is not a big deal,
Well,
but
you
for
played-
us this is a big.
You played
freaking
the
deal.
Gold Strike or the Horseshoe?
I played at the Gold Strike.
The Gold Strike.
Yeah, and I played at both, and they're both equally as weird. This is the weirdest gaming area. These two casinos sit literally in the middle of fields of soy.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's like nothing but flat green, and then these monstrosities.
Look at that. There's a little curve of snow right there.
Yeah, no, it was it was not nothing. And so we made it fine, and obviously that first night it was very
Yeah.
slow. Like there was nobody there, and even the people that worked there were like, yeah, I mean nobody's coming out. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. So, but then we get to that was that right there is this was the next morning when I woke up,
Oh, okay. There we go.
looking out my hotel window, and you actually can see, I forget where the line is. You can see the Arkansas border from where I'm looking.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but that's outside my hotel window. You can see me on the
Ain't that pretty?
on the screen there, getting too close. But yeah, it was 20 something degrees.
Is that a road out there looking at?
No, I don't know. I don't remember what that is. It's not a road.
It almost looks like a lake.
It's not, because there's those buildings over there, and I've seen it before. I think it's something. But yeah, and that's the top of the parking garage. So
Oh.
they got multiple inches of snow.
Yeah.
Like it
gotcha.
wasn't just like Mississippi snow. They actually got
Huh.
snow packed down.
That's
And
pretty cool.
but it was fine. And then you can go to the other one, which I think is the gig. Not that. Yeah, that is. But that's what the inside of the gig looks like. There's Nick.
Yeah.
And it was okay. The crowds are not great anyway.
Oh, they both played?
Now Amber got up because she just wanted to play. She can't sing, but she wanted to get up there, so she played Hotel
can't she sing?
California. She's got a tear or something in her vocal cord. She's
Oh.
she's
When
actually,
did that happen?
She's actually down for the count. Like a couple months ago.
Oh, wow. That's
She had gone to a doctor, and they had misdiagnosed her with like a polyp or something on her vocal cord, and then they find out she's got like a hole or a tear in one of her vocal cords.
Wow.
Yeah. So she can't sing anymore. That's why she's not in the band. She can't literally sing anymore.
Oh, I thought it was because of her other thing she was doing.
Well, it was partly that, but it
Oh.
mainly was like her voice had just gotten to the point where she had
Will that heal?
I don't. She has to know. She's done healing. She has to go. She has to go see a doctor.
I like a little surgery, and they got to
Yeah,
go in. And
yeah,
do
they're gonna
something.
have to because they had to scope her just to get that. But yeah, she hopped up and
Aw,
played,
poor thing. I
and
didn't
we
know
had a
all
good
that.
time. She saw the snow, and then we went to, which I normally never go, but I feel like a crab. I never go with them when they go to Memphis, and they have gone. There's one more, or is there not? The
No, that's
pictures.
it.
The
That's
pictures
over
of me.
Okay.
They always go, and I'm always like sleepy, or I just don't want to go. But for some reason, this time, Amber sent me the text like she always does, like just one more chance if you want to go. And I was like, I'll go. So they wanted to go to Sun Studios, and I'd never been there before. That's like Elvis,
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Cash,
Yeah.
and the piano guy,
Jerry Lee
Balls
Lewis.
of Fire,
Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lee Lewis,
No, it's not Lee, is it? Yeah, it's Jerry,
Jerry
Lee
Lewis,
Lewis.
not Jerry Lewis,
I gotcha,
Jerry Lee
okay.
Lewis,
Yeah.
and that was cool. So I was like, let's do it, and this is the front
Oh.
of the studio, and it was cool. They actually the tour guide was not like hokey and dorky. He actually was a Southern guy that knew a bunch about that kind of stuff. So I had to give him credit for that because usually tours are kind of dorky. And then this was cool. This is a radio setup from literally like Elvis, Johnny Cash times that they got that donated to the museum from that famous radio station in Memphis that played all that music at
Right.
the time. That's all the shit. The
Right.
fucking floor, the desk, all the shit on the table, the thermostat that was on the wall, all got donated and it's real.
Oh wow. That's
So like
cool.
the museum was actually really cool. Like they
Huh.
had
How big was it?
It's a weird skinny shaped building. Not big.
Oh, okay.
Not big. You go upstairs, there's a big room where all this shit is for the museum part, and they literally take you back downstairs and you go to the actual studio.
Oh.
And I think I got this one that is the control room for Sun Studios.
Oh, okay.
That is still functioning. They still record there.
Oh, well, that's cool.
So they've got the actual tape deck, the reel to reel, and you can't see like the window would be on the left looking
Right,
into the
yeah.
studio. But that was that's the control room.
coulda did a
You have
panorama.
the you have the video
Uh-huh.
for the walk-in from the front. That's the front office of the Sun Studios into the actual studio room.
Oh,
And then you saw like that window in the back. That's the control room from the picture. That big glass window in the back.
Oh, okay.
So that is. We'll go back to my stills.
That's
So,
being in there. To the left is this big window.
Yeah,
I
that's the
gotcha.
control room looking, and then that's looking at the control room. So not
Gotcha.
a big room, covered in that old shitty like 1950s paneling.
Yeah,
Sound paneling.
it's probably asbestos
It was
everywhere.
really neat. I didn't think to take a picture of it, but they had there was a divot in the floor from like 60 years of stand-up basses being put in the same spot, like through the concrete,
Oh wow.
through the linoleum down in the concrete. And he was like, he literally said, think of any song, goodness gracious, all that
Yeah.
shit. He's like, that bass
It was right
sat
there.
right in that, and they had spots on
That's
the
pretty
floor
fucking cool.
where they knew, like the guy that owned the studio, that was the famous guy that recorded all them, had literally painted X's on the floor where the vocalist stands, the piano, the piano that was. Do I have a photo? I don't. The piano that was in there was Jerry Lee Lewis's upright.
Oh wow.
And that was supposed to sit in a certain spot, and then there was the open front area that is where Elvis or any one of them,
Yeah.
as the vocalist standing closest, would have stood. That was neat. They had this. This was a really cool vintage Martin, like a pre-war Martin.
Yeah.
And it's signed by Marty Stewart, who's like a big old country famous guy. And here's full of like just a nice, really old.
Yeah.
And the wall was lined with like Gibson this, Gibson that, Martin this, Fender that. It was a really, the drum set in there was given to them. U2 had come through like 25 years ago and recorded an album in that studio and just left this beautiful blue sparkled Ludwig.
I knew it was gonna be Ludwig.
Oh yeah, no, he always plays Ludwig, and it was funny because while we were at the studio, man, I get to go on a rant. Oh,
Oh, okay.
shit.
Oh, okay.
Fucking right. Here we go.
It's about damn time.
Tell you what grinds my fucking gears.
Oh, sweet.
While we're
Let's hear
in,
it.
unbeknownst to us, going on in Memphis at the same time we're there that day is the IBC. Derek, do you know what the IBC is?
I feel like I should, but I
The
don't.
International Blues Challenge. Do you know what that is, Derek?
I've never
Is
heard
that
of
a
it.
list of things that you accomplish on the blues trail in Mississippi and you end up in Memphis? No, that's the International Blues Band Competition. That's how they get talent for the European tours. So it's like 60, 70 blues bands
Huh.
vying for not even like a win, but like a top rating. So you get hired to do the ever popular European blues tours.
Okay.
And so I kept noticing all these hip dressed motherfuckers around me. and Derek, and when I say a lot of black, I mean a lot of black. Not in a metal sense, but like in a half dressy, half hip kind of way. And I was like, I was getting as the kids say, I was getting a vibe.
Yeah, okay.
I caught a vibe and I didn't know what it was. And I kept. And then during the middle of the tour, the super cool Southern guy was like, all right, now, you might know this from, and he said something. And he's like, am I right, my IBC guys? And I was like, IBC, what the fuck is that? So I'm a nerd. I get my phone. I'm like, how would I search this without knowing what it is?
IBC. I'm thinking that's like the cream soda.
IBC
You know
25 is
we're
what I
talking
type
about.
in. And then it pulled it up, and I was like, oh. So the tour finishes, and I'm standing there behind Nick, and I heard the two nerds behind me, and the guy was like, that's a really cool Ludwig drum set. He's like, how old do you think that is? And the guy's like, oh, that's got to be 1940s, 1950s. I was like, it's a 1970s Ludwig. And they were like, no. And the little snappy guy was like, oh, no, it's way older than that. I was like, actually, I got to do it. I was like, actually, if you look at the lugs, those are split lugs instead of center case. Center case lugs would be 40s and 50s. Split lugs out at the edge would be 70s and 80s. And he was like, oh, I think that's, and I was like, well, I mean, you can say whatever you want, but the truth is still, center lugs are 1940s and 50s. Split lugs are 1970s and 80s. And during the middle of the damn tour, that same little fucker, the guy said he had that like
I love
almost that Marlon Brando cheek thing going on, but with a Southern accent. All right, now if y'all just remember something, he said something about Elvis and something, and the guy goes, "Oh yeah, we know, we're all musicians," and I just wanted to be like, "Shut the fuck up." Nobody fucking cares that you nerded out and did like a D&D version of a fantasy trip to
Oh,
the
God.
studio
Right.
while you're at the IBC championships.
IBC
Yeah,
championships.
it was. I was just
That
like,
sounds
"Jeez."
terrible.
And it literally is. It is for rating bands to get them higher pay for European only touring.
Oh
Like
my
because I don't
goodness.
know if you're aware, like Europeans.
Is it like the every Stevie Ray Vaughan wannabe just up there?
No,
trying
it's
to
no.
do-
I mean, like not that. That's not blues. Like
The
I'm talking
other-
about like our blues, like that kind of shit. Like that's what they.
all of it. was
Yeah,
like-
all of it's
oh.
that like Keb Mo style.
Well,
you
even
know.
Kev Mo has got some upbeat tunes. Like, anyway, even BB King, you know.
No, you're thinking of like more like rock blues. This is like blues, and maybe
Well, it's-
probably even a lot of that what they call neo blues or new blues, which is
I
a
don't
little
know.
more.
I can't get into. some
But yeah,
of
and
that stuff.
it's not even to play here. It's not here to play in Vegas. It's not to get gigs in the South or whatever. It's literally to ship
Yeah,
your
'cause
ass over
ain't-
to Europe
Ain't
and
nobody
let
coming
them.
to listen to your ass.
So but it was just funny. They were so fucking mouthy about it, and I just want to be like, shut up, dude.
You should have.
Your little T-shirt that says whatever. Nobody fucking cares because what he did not realize.
2024.
What he did not realize, and what I would never say to anybody, but it is the truth. It's like you're talking to somebody that's literally fucking playing right now. I'm going back to the gig. Like what? I'm not. Don't talk to me like I'm an asshole. I've owned that drum set. That literal drum set that was in the
Could be
thing.
mine.
I've had a 70s Blue Sparkle Ludwig. My father, that drum set is a 50s Blue Sparkle Ludwig. Guess what kind of fucking lug it has, Derek? Center,
Center
lugs.
That's
So don't fuck with me, man.
Oh, that's funny.
But you know, so and again, like I was like, yeah, I'm literally going back to my fucking casino gig. So shut up. Don't try to tell me my business, kid. Like,
I feel like this episode is brought to you by. What is it? Does that say reduce? Is that what that says?
reduce,
Reduce.
reduce, reduce. So in my last thing, because we actually been running for a minute, like
Yeah.
I said to him, go back to the gig. You'll think this is funny. Speaking of Steve Mills, I don't know Steve Mills.
Yeah, I mean, I know of him, and we've talked a few times, but not at length.
Yeah, nice guy.
Mhm.
Perfect. I'm,
Yeah,
you know, I've talked to him, but like you said, never at length.
It's always like, oh, hey, Steve, how you doing, man?
Yeah,
Blah,
yeah.
blah, blah.
He's
And
playing.
it's
I'm
just
playing.
like,
You're
yeah,
playing. We're all
Mhm.
playing. He was 3HG before I was 3HG.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was original.
I didn't
Pat,
know that.
Matt, Steve, and Noonan.
Oh.
So that's 3HG originally.
Yeah. What was Matt before 3HG? What was his name?
Aisle 9.
No. Was there something else?
Oh, I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know.
with him and Brian
I don't know.
Powers. It was it called?
Oh, that's
Ferrigno?
way before that. That's Ferrigno. That would have been before Aisle 9, huh?
Yeah, I don't know who it was.
That was Ferrigno.
Do you remember when was it called Kirk's Bazaar? It was across from Pinkston's down the road,
Yeah.
this little bar.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Matt there one night.
Oh,
with
no.
his Line 6, and I think Brian was
His
playing.
Spider?
Yeah,
Spider
yeah,
2,
yeah,
Spider
yeah.
3?
Yeah, the little 212, whatever. No, it was a 212. It had all like the
Yeah.
modeling for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
stars. Is that what it's called? The Spider? I can't even remember.
Yeah,
now.
the Spider.
It's
No,
so
the
long ago.
Spider.
And,
But what was I? What am I fucking talking about?
uh,
Anyway, Steve Mills.
yeah, that's
You
it.
got me
that's
on a
it. Sorry.
tangent. You
I know.
got Steve Mills. I'd never
You
hung out
sent
with
me down
Steve.
memory lane there for a second.
Yeah,
I
I
was trying
know.
to figure it all out.
I never hung out with him. He was always playing. You know, he was in 3HG before me. Then he was in Kaboom. So I never met him. And they told me he was gonna be filling in on bass, and I was like, "What? Steve Mills is a fucking guitar player? Like that's how I know him as a guitar player."
Yeah.
You're like, no, you actually started out as a bass player. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
I don't care. That's fine. I
Right.
just didn't know. So we get there, and where Steve and Nick were, Steve and his brother were already there.
So
this-
was Dakota not on this gig?
he wasn't on this one.
Oh, okay.
Nick was
okay.
playing keys, and Steve Mills was playing bass. And I get there, and I walk on fucking stage, and again, and also keep in mind, I told Steve this later. I don't know Steve, so other than just like being polite to him,
Yeah.
I walk on fucking stage, and sitting next to my drum kit in the bass player position
Yeah.
is it's a black screen. I see that.
Uh-huh.
You know what that is, Derek?
Yeah.
You familiar with the Fender Bass 6?
It's been a long time.
Well,
A
I can
little
tell
bit,
you
yeah.
this: it's not a bass guitar.
I think it's a baritone guitar.
It's a or maybe even whatever step lower than that. If there's a fatter way to get the string, it's something. It's not a bass guitar.
Right. Yeah.
So I walked up, and that was leaning against the stand next to my drum set, and I was just like, "Fuck!" I was like, "Man, this just became work. Like this weekend, it's gonna be fine, but now I've got to work because this motherfucker's rolling in with whatever the fuck this is."
I was wondering because when I saw the video a minute ago, I was like, it looks like Steve's
Yep.
playing guitar.
Yep, with a pick. And to my most pleasant surprise, it sounded awesome.
Oh, well, hey,
It
that's good.
sounded on like the songs that you would think you really need a bass guitar for. I love rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Hit me with your best shot. Like you
Yeah.
need spot on.
Huh.
And I was so pleasantly surprised, not only that he's fun to hang out with, like really fun to hang out with. He was very pleasant. He gave me a really wonderful compliment. This happens every time during the.
I think you need to drink water instead of that
yeah.
shit. Whatever the hell's in that, you need to quit drinking it. That's what I say.
Water.
Yeah, there's not just water in there. It's red. Squirt some blood in there or something. Yeah, get some water, motherfucker.
Look, for y'all's fucking information, I haven't had a soda. I haven't had a soda since January 1.
Oh, Grumpy Pants is coming out now.
You don't get it every which way you want. You only get what you get. And what you get is I'm not drinking fucking sodas.
Look right, man. Cool your jets. What do we got here now? Oh, look at this.
What is this? Oh, this is all of us dorks at the other gig. I don't know why somebody wanted to take a damn picture. It always looks so stupid when you take these pictures. Yeah, Dakota said he wasn't going to travel anymore.
Oh, he's not?
Yeah, so Nick's been filling in on bass a lot.
Oh, that's cool. I thought he had a ton of New Orleans gigs. He can't get out of
I
it.
think he just likes he just has fun playing with us. So
Oh, that's
he
cool.
takes off and comes because I've asked him point blank several times. I'm like, I mean, I know you make more money.
Y'all aren't the ugliest bunch. Thank God she's good looking.
She's weird. She's a weird 21-year-old. They're weird.
Oh,
These-
21?
Yeah, these Gen Zers are weird, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're weird. Like seriously, they're weird.
Oh, now I want to know what weird
They're
is.
socially broken.
It's because they text everybody. They don't speak to
It's
people.
weird. And I mean, she's weird, but I mean, like you get the vibe of like how they kind of operate in the situations, and it's like,
Are they just like socially scared all the time?
well, but like just socially inept.
Well, how can you sing?
inept?
Oh, like just don't know how to what
Don't
to
know
do
how to
in social
interact.
situations?
It's just not, or it's just like a constant flurry of like a cover-up laugh. Let me. What? Like seriously, you know,
Those are the people I would just like to really screw with. You know, you just like meet them, and if they're like that, and then just be so upfront.
Matt
about
does.
something.
Matt did.
Oh, did
Matt
he?
did. Him and Nick were messing with her all weekend. He got this. He figured out if he, so where she was standing over here. So all he had to do was do this, turn his head away from her, and she'd go. So all night, and he would prove the point. He would just do it, and she'd go.
That's awesome.
It reminds me of this. I'm not. If anybody ever does watch this, I'm not making this equivalence right here. I'm saying it reminds me of it. I had this roommate a long time ago, one of my best friends from high school, who had this dog. It was a little Chihuahua mix kind of thing, one of those little small dogs.
This is great.
And he was cool. Dog. His name was G.
Huh?
Like G. What up, G? Cool. Wirily, like
Yeah.
you know, one of those neurotic dogs.
Uh-huh.
So you could pet him and play with him. Whatever you did, you could just walk up to him and just go, "Hey, G." He'd lick his wiener. Like pet him, and he'd just stop. Anything,
Really?
anything, and I kept thinking like it's like you're like the dog. It is like
Every time anybody does anything,
ha, ha. It's the weirdest thing. Like socially inept.
oh, you never know what happens in somebody's life. You know.
I don't,
To-
she's a Louisiana girl, so again,
Oh, well,
and she's
yeah.
21, so I'm far enough in age now where I'm like, I literally can't relate to you. I don't know. She asked Matt if decaf coffee would keep her up. He's like, it's in the name, decaffeinated. She's like, oh. I was like, okay. I know.
Well, I mean, I don't think they get all the caffeine out of it because I still think I have a little adverse effect, a small,
well, I'm sure there's
tiny
no
one,
way
you
to
know.
to get you know.
because I still feel a little just minutely jittery after that whole thing.
Yeah.
After like a couple cups of coffee, you know, whatever.
Champ over here had 4 cups on Saturday. Everybody,
Did I tell you?
4 cups.
Did I tell you about not yesterday, but a week ago? Did I tell you
No.
about the mimosa?
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
you
thing,
did.
And then the Irish coffees, which I had, I think,
Yes.
4 Irish coffees.
And then you said you were just drunk, but you're like,
Well, it was that night it had hit me at like 11:30. I go to lay down to bed and I'm just like the hangover settles in and I feel awful. I'm just like, but I'm like
but you could feel the turbine
with
spinning.
with the jitters and I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna?
but I
to
could go rake
sleep?
the yard.
Yeah, but I'm like, no, I mean, I felt like pain, like hungover, like I was just miserable, like I couldn't drink enough water. It just was like I'm popping some Advil. I'm just kind of like, oh God, why did I do this?
gotta
But
watch
then I
it.
had the shakes. I'm like, how the hell am I going to go to sleep? It was bad. It was bad.
But yeah, Champ had 4. She texted me. She's like, yeah. I was like, how's your day going or something? She's like, oh, it's been great. I've been laying around and just taking it easy. I was like, that's good because you never do that. And she's like, I had 4 cups of coffee. And I was like, what?
When Heather has she usually has 2. Like 2 good ones,
That's
and
what
she
one
and
or
she's and she's good. I can always tell when she's had that 3rd one or whatever because it's just like that little extra of like, hey, what do you want to do today? You know what I was thinking about is doing this. Hey, what do you think about that? And I'm just like,
It's like, okay.
I don't know what you're
that's-
talking
That
about.
all sounds cool, but we have about 2 hours or 3 hours till you crash, so we have to do it now. Like these thoughts work now.
Yeah, it was. She's intense, and I'm just kind of like, when she does that, I feel terrible because I'm like, how many cups of coffees did you have this morning? She'd be like, well, maybe 2.5 or 3, or I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
I don't know
'Cause
what
you need
happened to me
settle
if I had
down.
4 cups of coffee. I have 1
Oh
cup.
my god,
I have 1 cup every day.
you don't want to see me on 1 cup.
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm not a cat. Oh, dude,
You
I'm
did-
like I am like Beavis from Beavis and
Oh,
Butthead
okay.
with the cornholio.
I mean, I know like you're up to play when you have a Coke or something. So, but I didn't know it was that bad. We just don't even drink coffee.
No, I can't do it. I don't do Coke. I don't do any of that. Like
I
every
don't
now and
either.
then
I
I'll
don't
have
either.
a Coke, you know. But
I don't drink Coke.
But I only want to have a Coke when I see you drink because I'm like, God dang it! It just looks like it. I just want that sugary taste.
Somebody had left a damn 2-liter from Christmas, and I didn't know it was in there. And she asked me to get the collard greens out, and I opened it up, and it was like,
staring at you.
"Hi, Steven." I was like, "No!" And I handed her the collards, and I ripped the top off, and I put it in the sink, and she goes, "What are you doing?" I was like, "It can't be in the house. It can't be in the house."
Just pour it down the drain.
Oh God! But I've done great. Look, 2 weekends I've been out of town,
Right.
left to my own devices.
Yeah.
I've not had nothing.
Huh. That's
It's
impressive.
been water,
That's
water,
impressive.
Kool-Aid, water, and then, like especially out of town, there is no Kool-Aid, so it's really just
Do you feel different?
not yet,
No.
not yet. I'm still, you know, what's odd? TMI, guys. I'm still peeing yellow. Is it because it's flushing me out?
It depends on how much water you're drinking.
Well, I'm only. Well, I mean, I don't know.
You can still
a
be
normal-
dehydrated and only drink water.
I think
You're
I'm
not
getting I
intaking
think I'm getting a
enough.
normal amount.
What's a normal amount?
Like 3 of those a day.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What is that? That's probably, what, 20 ounces?
No, 24 ounces.
24?
Yeah.
3? Yeah, that's not bad.
I mean, I'm not gonna be like y'all.
But it's not
I'm
gonna,
not
if
gonna
you're
have
drinking
my
that
own-
with color in it, yeah, it's never going to be.
I'm not having a personal water source on my hand.
I have to now. I've gotten so used to it. Like,
doing
that's why I got to have it here because, like, as soon as I start talking, it's like, I need some. But, I mean, I could, if I just didn't drink any water, I'd be fine. But I just get on the habit of it. Like, because if I get hungry or whatever, I'll just drink water, you know, because I try to temper it.
I
It
do
doesn't
that
always
now.
work, but,
I do. I try to keep that
you
in
know,
mind.
I
That
don't know.
I
See
can't
what
just
happens.
drink water and kind of fill myself up for a minute.
Yeah, which is kind of good because sometimes you're not hungry, you're just thirsty.
I'll tell you what I do notice. The only difference really now, there's nothing to crash on.
don't
I have
know
no
what that- I don't
crash
know what
now.
that- Oh, okay.
You know, I still take my naps because I enjoy them, but there's no fear of like, oh shit, you know, 3 hours
A
from now
nap
I'm
sounds
just gonna
great.
yeah. So
I could take a nap right now.
oh well, yeah, that's another.
You know. Anyway,
That's a whole.
you know,
nother-
Bear didn't show up tonight.
Nope, nobody showed up.
You know, just old
Just
Rachel.
my wife.
Old Rachel
Did I
just
get
sitting
all
in the
my
living
pictures?
room
Got all my
watching
pictures?
us
Oh,
talk
here's
away.
Here's the last one. This is the proof
Oh,
that
proof
I really
of.
was in the snow.
Oh, that's not the same boots you get on.
No.
That's the
It
boots
was
right
the
here.
Proof that Mississippi does get snow, guys, and I was in
Yeah.
it, and I conquered it. I did. Also, I did not fall as an older person and break something,
Oh, that's good.
which was possible because there was many a time where it was
Mhm.
slippery enough that I could have fallen and hurt myself. Matt almost did. I would have laughed, but that would have helped him afterward.
Yeah.
But I would have laughed.
Oh no, you should have
but
laughed
yeah,
first.
we could definitely break some hips. So
Yeah.
I made it through, and vacation's coming.
Yeah. That's that'll be
And,
nice.
Yeah, I'm ready. Just to do nothing. I don't want to look at a guitar. I don't want to hear a song. I don't want to. Nothing.
On vacation.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
wanna,
yeah.
I don't. I
Oh,
just
so what are you gonna do on the drive?
sleep?
Oh, you're not driving.
She likes to drive because she gets car sick. So being in the driver's seat is the best position for her.
Oh, okay.
And then I will usually drive like a little bit when we leave because I'm up anyway.
What are you gonna do? Listen to podcasts or anything?
Them?
Yeah.
You really want to know?
Well, you say it like that. I mean, now I really want to know, but not really.
They listen to
Oh,
like 80s and 90s Disney theme music on CDs. Like theme park, like the Epcot theme park music from 1987 or what, you know, pick whatever year they have. Like they'll listen to
What?
yeah. It's fun. I'm gonna put the it's a lot of it look at me. Look at me, Derek.
It's like
Look at me, Derek.
I don't know who I'm
Look,
hanging out
Derek,
with
Derek,
anymore.
look at me. It's a whole lot of fun. Like, it's a lot of fun on the ride. When they're playing this music, it's really great. And then we get there, So, but like I said, I just kind of sleep because I always play the night before we leave. So yeah, I'm asleep when all this happens. And
I'm gonna have to have a talk with Rachel.
I mean, she's right there. We can call her. You can call her into the
Yeah,
room.
no, hold on. We're gonna go.
Rachel,
off this podcast
Rachel,
and
would
we're
you
gonna have a little
please,
talk. I mean, come on.
would you
now.
please get off the couch and come in here?
But see, I really want to know what that is. Like,
Derek requires your.
I mean, because I'm not into it and I don't understand it, then I just kind of really want to know how someone else is.
Rachel Nelson, would you please join us in Studio A?
Well,
oh, Jesus. I bet you her little punk ass is
This is
asleep.
Studio S.
Why is it Studio S?
Because it's Steven's studio.
Oh, okay. I always call it Studio A
Oh, well.
because it's the only studio. It's
Well,
it's a
well, that's
room.
what I was saying. I'm getting excited to get my bedroom fixed,
You do.
and then I'll
And you'll
start
have
working
your
on
own
the studio.
studio.
Yeah.
And then you can have recessed lighting and look like a cool.
When are you
TV.
leaving on the
25th?
25th? So I got a couple weeks to get it going.
You got 1 week.
1 week.
I'll be
Yeah,
gone
you're
one
right.
Monday.
Oh God.
Rachel, are you alive?
She's probably sleeping.
You are probably asleep. All right. Well, I guess we'll cut it there because we have been going for like an hour. So
Oh, nice.
Still,
yeah.
a good one,
55
and we-
minutes ago is
we'll
when we
have
started.
we'll have to just bank one next week
Yeah, that's fine.
because you're looking sleepy.
Or maybe I'll play video games next Monday and live stream it.
Ooh, you should. You should.
I'll set up.
You know what? I'd watch that.
I don't even know.
I'll tune in.
I don't even know how to do that yet.
What do you
I don't
mean?
know how. I wouldn't know how to set up the live stream.
You would just. What do you have like this software wise?
I mean, I think I have OBS on the computer.
Yeah, I mean that's all it is. It's just
Shoot it in there.
you would literally set up a new scene and make the just like you would pick video.
Yeah, but would I have access on the YouTube thing to do it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll give you all the login shit. It's easy.
Oh, okay.
All you need is the login and the.
Maybe I'll
stream
try
key.
it. Maybe I'll give it a
Try
go.
it. But yeah, all you would do is select image capture device or whatever, and then or
That-
HDMI source, and it would just go right in. It'd be easy.
Huh? That'd be funny. Wouldn't it be fun if I got a bunch of views?
It would. It'd be hilarious.
I know that would be
Holy
hilarious. All right.
shit. Oh, maybe I'll do that. Maybe to piss you off, I'll live stream from. That's what it is. I'm gonna live stream from the dorkiest place I can find in Disney, and I'll go live from this channel.
Ugh.
Like Derek, look, we're in Mickey's asshole.
You'll probably get a lot of views. God,
Actually,
I just don't get
you'll love this because I do. Like, you don't get half of my love of Disney. I mean, do you not?
half
know-
of your what?
half of my love of Disney.
Love
is
of
not.
Disney.
It's
Okay, I
not
thought-
like
I thought
what
you
you're
said
thinking.
load.
It's not. My love of Disney does not come from. Ha ha.
right.
That's
right.
not what.
No, I know.
Mine is like those live streams you always laugh and bitch about us watching. You know why I watch those? I can gripe in real time about them. I can gripe at chat and I can gripe about the video. I'm on a mission to make a video about some stupid shit at Disney. Like, I'm gonna have my phone and I'm gonna be, God forbid I see a streamer in the wild,
You gonna follow him around?
I'm
and
gonna do
film him?
something. I'm gonna do something. Derek, look at me in the eyes. I'm gonna do something. We're gonna have some.
You're not gonna get arrested, are you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
There you go.
But we
That's
are going to have some content. Is
Okay.
what I'm saying. When
Oh,
we get back,
good. Hey, look, I'm all ready for a good Disney bashing as always. You know that.
I'm
so
going to have
I'm-
some content.
Yeah,
for
I mean,
when we
I
get
think
back.
that's what makes it really good is when you really like something, and I'm just like, that is such a
We
bullshit.
can bash together because I've got,
well,
I do enjoy
now,
it,
now you're talking.
but I also do I like me. I like a good griping. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh come on, let's. But I'm telling you, because we do gripe about the streamers because they're a chore to me. Those kinds of people.
Huh.
They think they're important. It's like, I'm sorry, you don't pay for this.
Right.
They
You're not paying
allow
for
you
me.
to do this. Disney flat out just says, yeah, you can stream from the parks. They don't have to let you do anything. But they get that kind of like, well, I'm a streamer. It's like, nobody gives a shit. So, and neither is my iPhone 13 while we're at the parks. I'm telling you, let me get around one of these streamers. I'm going to find some content.
Well, isn't this guy that you watch there every day?
They're all there every day. There's like
How do they afford to be there every day?
most of them are actually because I think we really do underestimate the revenue stream of YouTube. Because I would say it's a lot of them are retired people that live in Florida that do that.
Really?
Because there are a couple of ladies of that
Like,
age.
can
that
you be
are-
like a season pass holder or
Yeah.
something like that? And you just go in
Yeah.
anytime you want.
But I've heard more than 2 of those streamers say they picked up and moved their families to Florida so they could do that. So they're making enough money that.
What the hell do I know?
I mean, if you got
I
one
don't know.
point, the one guy I've heard him literally say he moved his family. We see his stream on average is like 1.2 thousand people every single day for 7 hours watching his stream. So you know that revenue is there.
I mean, do people watch people play video
Oh, they
games,
do.
play sports? I mean, what?
But I promise I'll come back with something. I'm gonna come back with something,
I'm
something funny,
excited now.
not malicious, funny.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
coming
I-
back with something funny.
Something funny to gripe
I'm gonna,
about.
I'm gonna see I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna be aware. My head is. Gonna
You're not
be
even
on-
going to pay attention to Disney. You're going to be looking at all the
exactly.
people.
I'm gonna
around
be.
it.
My head's gonna be on the swell because this is a different Disney trip for me. Now that I've gone a couple times and I've got like now I have, like it worked out
Yeah,
in my
because I
head.
assume you're going to do what you know you want to do, and then the
Well,
rest
like-
of you're not worried about.
Well, like they want to go watch. At the end of the night, the fireworks at the castle.
Yeah.
I've learned for me that that is 50 minutes of ride time that you just lost standing out in that fucking circle with the rest of the assholes. Oh, well, I've never seen a firework before. So I told them last time, I was like, next time y'all go see fireworks, I'm going to be on the backside of the castle riding those rides that have no lines anymore because everybody's out front.
Watching the fireworks.
And if you're not out front, you don't get forced out of the park with the crowd at the end. So you can literally stay till 10.
Whenever they close.
Yeah. You
Oh.
don't get pushed out with that big crowd. So I've kind of figured out things that I
So just see you back at the hotel.
Yeah, or maybe or I'll see you out front, but either way it's like I know
Yeah.
there's certain things I want to do and there's certain things that she really wants to do. There was a specific restaurant she wanted to eat at this time.
Oh, okay.
And also she
Right outside the park, there's a Carrabba's that's pretty good. Just to let you know.
Hey, inside the park, there's a place that has a funnier name that charges 3 times the price.
Yeah,
Come
I know.
on.
I know.
I think this one for her also was like where we were staying. They really wanted to
Okay.
stay at Animal Kingdom. They love it. It's their favorite. I get it.
I told you about my experience.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
We've done it on
well, yeah, that's right.
the viewer.
We've gone over
The
this.
viewer has heard that story, but my thing was I really want to stay at Fort Wilderness. Equally as impressive of a lobby, probably the same kind of room situation as you
Yeah.
had, but it's more like I just like that hotel. So this is our like stay where we're being picky with where we're staying, not the restaurants or even though we're eating at least 8 places booked, like
Oh, wow.
reserved. Like that's got to kind of think of it like that.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it for us. That is the difference between like a family vacation and those ones we take. A lot of it is just the restaurants, like meal
Sure,
after
yeah,
meal
yeah, no,
after
I get
meal
it.
after meal, booked meals at their, not the quick service places where you
Right.
get the burger,
Mhm.
but like we've got some really good meals booked and some good buffets booked. It's gonna be good, man. I'm ready. I'm just ready to be like. I don't have to look at my phone. I don't think about
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I feel you.
none of this other,
You come back with content and refreshed and
Oh,
ready to
I'm
go.
coming back with content, and I'm gonna bring you. What do you want? Would you rather have Mickey ears with your name embroidered on the back, or would you rather have what else would be good? Not a cool one, but would you rather have that or like the child lightsaber?
Oh man, I would go with a lightsaber all day long.
Okay, I'll get you
Either that or I'm trying to think what I always, as far as Disney characters go, I always like Donald Duck.
Okay,
I always like Pluto. I mean, he's a dog. He's Pluto. He doesn't do much. Goofy's all right with me.
actually, he's not a dog. You know that?
Oh, Goofy.
No,
Pluto? What is he?
Oh no, I'm thinking Goofy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're right.
Goofy's
A
yeah.
cow.
Is that what he is?
He's a cow.
Ah.
It was like this big. I hate nerds. like fight on the internet between the Disney nerds of like, was he a dog or a cow? And like somebody.
I never thought about that because I
somebody
always wondered what
somebody
the
from
hell is he
Disney had
because
to
he
come out
wasn't
and
quite
tell
a
him
dog,
it's a cow.
but
Yeah, it's a cow.
he's a cow. I'll be darned. Yeah, so I'll stick with Donald Duck and Pluto then. Those are probably.
I'll find you something. I'm gonna get you something.
Donald Duck was probably my favorite because when we had, when you were a kid and they had the Disney Channel,
Yeah.
back when they used to play the cartoons,
Yeah.
the old cartoons on the
Yeah.
Disney Channel, I always liked the Donald Ducks were my favorite.
Why?
I don't know.
I can tell you why I like Donald.
I mean, I like
Donald Duck
Donald
was my
Ducks. I like
favorite.
Scrooge McDuck. I watched, what was it, DuckTales?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm
Um,
talking about Donald Duck was always my favorite, but it's I think for a very different reason.
Oh, I don't know.
you
Well,
were.
probably because he's the only one that got frustrated and pissed off.
Well, I was gonna say I loved him because he was mean. Like he was.
I
Always
mean, I
the-
didn't care as mean, but I related.
He was
to him.
always like,
and I felt bad for him because he's just trying to do his thing, and
He's the
some
best.
shit always happened
he's
to
the
him,
best.
and he was like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah."
So you're either coming back with something that's really cool,
All right.
or if I can't find something cool, it's gonna be something you like absolutely will hate. Like either way, you're getting something that's like, oh, that's Derek. That's funny. Get that for Derek. Or, oh my God, get that for Derek. That'll piss him off.
I would say something like if he got me Mickey ears with my name on it, I think every time he mentioned Disney, I'd just put him on the podcast. I don't know. Either that or I'd burn them.
It doesn't matter.
Give you the money.
No, in Disney, I can't get you the ears anyway because they're $79.99.
Are you serious?
I don't know. No. I'm making that.
probably are.
I'm making that up. I'm just
They
saying. Like, I
probably
know I
are.
can't. I'm gonna walk up and be like, "Well, I couldn't find anything. We'll get him the ears because I thought it was funny." And they're like, "Okay, with the embroidery, that's $86.75." I'm like, never mind. He's getting popcorn. Sorry.
Hey, I'll take some popcorn snacks. I do remember that in the Magic Kingdom. Like they had like those candy stores and all that kind of stuff.
Oh
It
yeah,
was pretty cool.
all
all the crap you could possibly imagine.
And I think you can only even justify the eating because you are walking like 20,000 steps a day. So you are burning.
Yeah.
You are burning a significant. And we do. We book it, and not in a smart way. Like we don't like start at
wanna
one
walk,
end
yeah.
and go around. It's like we'll go over here, then
Bing,
back
bing,
over
bang,
here,
bing,
then over
yeah.
here. But let's go back to Avatar Land. Okay, but the restaurant's over there in Africa. And you're like just like crossing the park 8 times in the day. So we'll either get one booked and have one ready for y'all to watch while I'm gone, or we
Or-
won't, and he'll stream.
I'll stream and then you'll stream, or you'll stream and I'll stream.
It'll just be all week. And maybe that'll
That'd be kinda funny.
Instead of calling you, I can just stream when I want to talk to you.
I'll comment the whole time.
Yeah, I'll be like, "Oh, Derek, do you see this shit?" You're getting that's what we're gonna do. That's how we'll keep in touch during the week. I'll just live stream when I want to talk to you.
You have to text me when you live stream.
No, well, you should get the notification.
Oh, well,
it-
I'll probably, but I don't have unless I check my mail or whatever.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
get a ding or a notification. Have all that turned off.
Okay, I'll be live.
Huh?
Live, you'll just see it.
Yeah,
Text.
just a text. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that works.
And remember, if you didn't like this there we go. If you didn't like what you heard tonight in any way, shape, or form, this podcast is free.
All right, everybody. We'll see
Later.
you next week. Oh my goodness.
This podcast is free. Sit back and relax. This podcast is free. I ain't paying for that. This podcast is free. It's Derek and Steven picking topics out of a hat.